Autoimmune disease affects millions of people, yet its root cause is a mystery to most. In this episode, we break down what is autoimmune disease, what triggers it at a cellular level, and how you can avoid or cure yourself naturally and effectively. Hi, this is Vasudevan, author of Follow Your Heart, Your Brain is Stupid. Let's jump right into the show. Hi, Arun. Welcome back to my chat show. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure to have you here. Viewers, each one of us enjoy the discussions that we have with him. You know him very well. I'm not going to introduce him, except that for the benefit of those who are new to this channel, Arun is an author, he's an entrepreneur. He's the author of the book, The Chemistry of Diseases, which is about to be released in August. I'm just waiting to get my hands on it. Some of the things that we are going to be sharing in these episodes are from that book also. Without wasting any more time, in this episode, we are going to cover, as I said in the last episode, this is going to be on autoimmune diseases. Arun, we have heard a lot about autoimmune disease. Some time back, we didn't know what was autoimmune disease. But nowadays, a lot of people are talking about autoimmune disease. So I thought, let's cover that. In fact, somebody had asked this question also.
Before that, I would like to ask you, because last episode you said that you want to share some incident, your experience.
Oh, okay.
So over to you. Now I'll be asking you questions and over to you. You share your experience.
Okay.
Please.
Good. So let me do it very briefly because I don't want to rush this particular episode. The last episode was on allergies, right? And that reminded me of an incident which I had. We had moved to Mysore last year. And there's a South Indian dish called Mailari Idli, right? So okay. Once we had that, we loved it. We really liked it. That was early last year when we had just come in. Then about 4 months ago, after we had settled down here, we asked somebody, where do you get good ones? We really loved it. It's really very soft and spongy, excellent, we really loved it. So we asked somebody, where do you get good Mailari Idli? So the person suggested, so we went there. And I just ordered one plate. When we started eating, my wife had just 2 pieces, small pieces she had, and then she just rushed out of the restaurant. And I was wondering what happened. And when I went, she had vomited. Near the car, she just vomited. So I said, what happened? She said, I don't know what happened. Suddenly, I felt this sensation. And I finished that idli, and then we left. We left it, maybe some stray incident which has happened. After about 2-3 months, we were passing down another restaurant. We stopped. I felt like having a cup of filter coffee, so I stopped there. We went in, and it was evening time, so a little bit of you feel like snacking something. So we bought some things, and then I saw Mailari Idli there. So I said, let me try Mailari Idli here. The place was looking nice. So I ordered just one plate. We settled down and she had just one piece, mind you. Okay. And then she said, give me your car key. I said, what happened? I said, no, something is happening. So she just took the key. She went out of the restaurant, moved to the corner, and again she vomited. So we were shocked. I said, yaar, kya ho gaya? What is this? See, obviously, there was nothing in the Mailari Idli that caused it, because that piece has not even gone into the system, right? Whether it's some chemical or whatever was there wasn't sufficient time for it to cause that reaction. I was shocked. I said, wow, what is this? So that's when I got convinced in that last episode when you talked about it, that it is all in the mind. Somewhere the system had got connect Mailari Idli to vomiting sensation. Finished.
Absolutely.
She stopped having Mailari Idli thereafter, So I just wanted to share that because it is something which actually happened. And I am now completely convinced that our allergic reactions are all based on what we believe. The minute she heard Mailari Idli, the vomiting sensation happened. Nothing to do with the Mailari Idli at all. So that's the thing which I wanted to share.
Absolutely. Absolutely right. This is called response to stimuli.
Right.
In biological terms, we say response to stimuli, which means a particular stimulus and your response. And that response to stimuli is stored in our not only our conscious brain, it's a subconscious brain which we have done. So what happens is you are not in control of that. For example, let me tell you one thing which happens with me, and I know why it happens, but it happens, so I, just it's part of life. uh, Whenever I drive home, and I'm driving home, everything is fine, I open the door, I go to my dining table, and there is a chair. The moment I go near that chair, suddenly I feel pressure to go to washroom. There's a pressure built up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm surprised that I'm driving, the pressure is not there.
Okay.
No pressure is there.
Mm-hmm.
I open the house door, pressure is not there. I walk to my dining table. That particular chair, the moment I go there, the pressure is so heavy that मैं कहा यार अभी मैं नहीं गया ना तो यही हो जाएगा.
Okay.
This is trigger button. This is called trigger button. So somewhere down my subconscious mind, मैंने trigger button दबा दिया है कि if I go there, I will have to go to washroom. Now this is subconscious mind. So I know why it's happening, but ठीक है, it's not a big deal. So I never cured that. I said ठीक है, कुछ तो चलते रहना चाहिए. But this is called trigger button. So we all have trigger buttons. Like if I don't drink tea, मैं bathroom नहीं जा सकता हूँ.
Or I get
so
a headache.
These are all.
Yeah.
I get a headache.
Yeah.
So these are all reinforced. See, first you have a response to stimuli, then you reinforce this response to stimuli even after the stimulus is gone. The stimulus is gone, but you're always, I'm allergic to curd. I'm allergic to curd. I'm allergic. No, I'll not have curd. No, I'll not have curd. नहीं curd मैं नहीं खाता. मैं curd नहीं खाता. मैं ये नहीं खाता. Now, because the time is short, coming back to autoimmune diseases.
Yes.
My question is, as much as the healthcare is expanding, why are there more and more diseases? This again, reinforces the idea that emotional imbalances cannot be settled. It will only be diverted to something else. Like we say that energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can be, it can change its structure, it can go into mass, or it can go into different form of energy. Similarly, if you have an emotional blockage or an emotional challenge, and if the symptoms are suppressed by any medicine, you have only suppressed the symptoms. The emotional challenge is still there. Now it will find its way to some other place. It is like you have a balloon, you fill the balloon, it will burst from the weakest point. The balloon doesn't burst from similar. All balloons look alike, but all balloons burst from different points, right, because there are different weak points. So the chain breaks at the weakest link. Fine.
Right.
So whatever your emotional challenge is there, the weakest link it will break. What if that weakest link is tightened by something else? यानी जहां से balloon फटना था, वहां पे अगर मैंने टेप लगा दिया और मैंने प्रेशर दिया, तो अब क्या होगा? Because of the pressure, वो वहां से नहीं फटेगा, it will go to some other area और वहां से फटेगा. So the cause of the breaking is not the pressure inside. The cause of the balloon bursting is the balloon's surface not able to handle the pressure.
Got it.
So if you see, for example, अभी kidney failures and kidney problems बहुत हो रहे हैं. And you know what? If you go to Google, they'll say the biggest reason for kidney failures and kidney diseases and all those things is diabetes and hypertension. Now, diabetes and hypertension was always there. Why? If you go to Google, you'll find out 5 to 7% every year this disease is increasing. Why is it increasing? Because there are more number of people eating diabetic and blood pressure medicines. So whatever the emotional challenge which was there, since it has been suppressed by the medicine, it now goes on to the weakest link, which is two weakest links. And actually, these two organs are in very much danger. Number one is kidney, number two is liver. You'll find this fatty liver and kidney failures because these are the basically your dumb organs which only do your cleansing activities. And since all your body emotional cleansing is not being done, they are the organs which are suffering the worst. Okay. So coming back to autoimmune. Now, what is autoimmune? Autoimmune, you must have done study. So what is actually autoimmune?
The autoimmune, as per Google, is that our immune system gets confused and it starts attacking the good cells instead of the bad cells. So it starts thinking that the good cells are the ones which are the enemies, and it start attacking the good cells, and that results in various diseases. That's my understanding from my Google study.
Perfect. And which class of people would be more prone to autoimmune diseases? The lower class, the very lower class, the poor class, the middle class, the higher class, the upper class, which according to studies would be the most affected people for autoimmune? Have you ever seen a servant having I'll not say servant is a wrong word, somebody who's playing in mud and all having these autoimmune diseases? Have you ever heard? ये गरीब का बच्चा है, इसको autoimmune disease हो गया है.
The problem is they may not even know that they are having. I don't know.
So they don't know, that means the
Only the
disease is not there.
sophisticated people like us will go, and doctor will say that you are having autoimmune disease.
So my question to is this, the answer to this is because that child doesn't have that disease, so he will not know that autoimmune. Okay, sir.
Right.
Now, what is autoimmune? See, we need to understand that this universe, we have been reiterating this in all our episodes, that the universe is in balance. It's like a seesaw. The seesaw will work only when there are people on both the sides. Right. Can you play seesaw only with one person?
No.
The universe, when created, didn't create good and bad. The universe created viruses. The universe created bacteria. The universe created plants. The universe created animals. The universe created human beings. The universe created everything with no distinction of this is good and this is bad. What is good for me may be bad for the other, species. So there is nothing called good or bad. But both the good and bad are actually required to create a balance.
Right.
It's like we need poor people, then only rich people will be there. Now, this is not something which is demeaning any class or something. There will always be poverty. If you want to say, I want to remove poverty, it is never going to happen. The poor and the rich balance each other. Fine. Now you say, okay, let me kill all the poor people in the world. I'm just giving you a hypothetical situation that the moment you eliminate all the poor people, do you think only rich people will live? For example, if I say I'll eliminate everybody who's earning say 15,000 rupees or less, I'll eliminate all of them. What's going to happen?
I guess the people who are earning more will come down to that level because that balance has to be maintained.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Then the people who are earning 20,000 will be considered poor and it will shift.
Okay.
So, आप जितना मर्जी करते रहो, the balance will shift. Second analogy, let's say government says 1 lakh rupees is the minimum wages. Everyone needs to be paid at least 1 lakh rupees. What's going to happen? 1 lakh rupee guy will now become poverty line. He'll be poor. That's plain economics. I don't want to get into the details, but I can explain it a bit. My question here is that 15,000 wala guy was doing the sweeping. Now 1 lakh rupee wala person who's earning 1 lakh rupees, what will he be doing now? He'll be doing sweeping.
Sweeping, yeah.
Somebody has to sweep, no? Now get this analogy. Now you have good viruses, you have bad viruses. The bad viruses are attacking. And since the bad viruses are attacking, the good viruses are also, or the good bacteria are also strong enough. So they are all, tough. They are all strengthening each other. This fight is strengthening each other. Now, the moment the bad viruses are eliminated, because most of our medicines and most of our, modern science is focused on eliminating bacteria, eliminating viruses, eliminating all those. So that is why you have, can you believe that a virus which has got zero brain, zero intelligence mutates faster than the human beings? That creation, I'll say that protein, it's a creation. It has zero intelligence, has the power to mutate much faster. No, it doesn't happen that way. They can't mutate. Who's there switching the button for mutation?
Okay.
It's we who have said कि भाई poverty line में मैंने हटा दिया तो अब 1 लाख वाला वो बन गया. So which means the bacteria which were protecting us, the viruses which were protecting us in the absence of the viruses which were destroying us, because I said that this whole universe is a destruction-construction process.
Right.
There can be no construction without destruction. There can be no destruction if there is no construction. So as long as the balance of शिव शक्ति विष्णु शक्ति अगर बैलेंस में नहीं चलेंगे तब तक क्रिएशन बैलेंस में रहेगा. कोई भी ऊपर नीचे हो जाएगा, इट विल बी गॉन. सो कमिंग बैक टू द पॉइंट, the moment the bad bacteria we are eliminating, people who are very much finicky about their health, वो बिल्कुल इतनी बार ब्रश करते हैं, इतनी बार नहाते हैं, and all those finicky things, they are trying to eliminate all the bacteria. Now the good bacteria will take place of the bad bacteria. The bacteria or the viruses or the organisms which were, I'll say organisms because there are more organisms also inside us. So these will now take the role of doing what the bad viruses used to do. So
Right.
you suddenly find out that now they are actually attacking the person who was your guard is now attacking your own house. Could I communicate?
Yep.
That is why most of the people who are, who don't take too much care. I'm not saying that you should be careless about your health. Those who are not very finicky about their health, they eat anything which they can. They have less, of these so-called lifestyle diseases or new age diseases. These are all diseases which are coming to the people who are too much bothered about cleanliness.
Okay. So
Well, I may be saying contradictory things, but too much of cleanliness is also bad for us. It has to be in limits. It has to be in limits, and you should allow your body to fight. Fighters आपके अंदर होने चाहिए.
Got it. So are you saying that it's because we are interfering in the natural process? It is causing an imbalance. So the immune system is getting confused and it starts attacking the healthy cells, and then we term it as autoimmune disease. Is that the right understanding?
See, I'll tell you this way. When we say कि healthy cells, no, it's delegation of work. See, somebody has to destroy, somebody has to create.
Right.
Some viruses have to destroy, some viruses have to. And for the universe, let me tell you, universe has got nothing, as I said, nothing good or bad. No death, no birth. It is a drama which is happening. एक नृत्य चल रहा है. उस नृत्य में, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम अ डायरेक्टर. टेक एनी मूवी एंड रिमूव, टेक शोले एंड रिमूव गब्बर सिंह. रिमूव गब्बर सिंह आउट ऑफ शोले.
मूवी तो मर गया, कुछ होगा नहीं उस मूवी में.
मर गया ना. रामचरित्र मानस, रिमूव रावण. महाभारता, रिमूव शकुनी. दुर्योधन भी नहीं, शकुनी को हटा दो. शकुनी था ही नहीं.
Right.
As much as Ram became God, and Ram is famous because there was Ravan. Ravan has got as much role in this creation as much as Ram. So what I'm trying to say is the good and the bad have to. Otherwise, my question to you is, if Ram established Ram Rajya, which means everything good was happening, why did Mahabharata happen? People should have been good all along. The point which I'm trying to say, there will be no stability of good or bad. Once the good will be high, the bad will be down. The bad will be high, the good will be down. So this drama has to be there for the universe to be in balance. So we have to know how to manage bad bacteria, not how to kill bad bacteria. There's a difference between, it's like managing the indisciplined kids, not killing the indisciplined kids. You need indisciplined kids also, mind you.
Correct. Yeah.
But if you keep on killing indisciplined kids, the disciplined kids will become indisciplined. Could I matlab, give you an analogy form that we that is why we say we don't need clean air. We need air as an ecosystem. We don't need pure water. We need water as an ecosystem which has got some germs in it. We need that. In my village in South, they still drink well water. And when I went to the well, I said, अरे ये तो इतना गंदा है, मैं नहीं पी सकता. वो कहता गर्म करके पी लेते हैं. They are all healthy. And they drink the same well water निकालते हैं. And they have been doing it for the last, I don't know how many years, because this well was built by my grand nani.
Okay.
So it must be some 50 years, 60 years. The whole family is drinking that water. That water where there is where there is a toad, where there are snakes, where there are fishes, where there are insects laying their eggs. They take out their water, they only boil that water and drink it. They have been doing it for the last 50, 60 years. I haven't heard of any disease, autoimmune, these or that. I have not heard of any disease there in my maternal village. They don't have it.
The more research we get into, the more science, the more medicines, life is becoming more and more complicated and scary.
I would say, do you know one thing very strange? You go and say, I need corona details for 2025.
Okay.
You will find it's written that corona details after 2024 have not been recorded.
Oh, okay.
The pandemic which killed so many. Why did you stop the research? Because now अब वो बिकता नहीं है. Some few years ago, HIV was one some big menace.
Yeah, correct.
And they said HIV ये कर देगा, वो कर देगा, one some, and from that day, the barbers are using one blade per person. Blade business has grown, all grown. Now nobody is talking about HIV virus. Where has HIV virus gone? Every now and then, medical science needs new dose to give you something to sell. There was one hepatitis B menace. Every few years, you will find a new menace created with a new name. Business. It's pure business. I'm stating it point blank. It's pure business. It makes pure business sense to create a new villain. गब्बर सिंह से कब तक डराओगे आप? तो शाखाल चाहिए, है ना? अब शाखाल चला गया तो क्या चाहिए आपको?
Mogambo.
So you need a new villain every time. Every story cannot have Ravan as the villain, na?
Right.
So most of the diseases are actually created. And you will find after some times, autoimmune disease will also fade away. They'll come and they'll fade away. Corona faded within 2 to 3 years. I was surprised. I was trying to search कि मेरे को latest data of corona. They said corona हमने mapping छोड़ दिया है. We have stopped checking. Now nobody's checking. Now nobody's telling you wear mask. Nobody's telling you कि go there because vaccination हो गया. अब business खत्म है. अब क्या है? अब कौन सा business है? Now you need a new virus. And let me tell you, another 5 years there'll be another virus which will come in. I'll give you in writing. अभी थोड़ा सा इबोला और ये सब बीच में आ रहा था, लेकिन दे फाउंड कि हम थोड़ा सा अभी वी हैव बिकम adjusted to this thing, so थोड़ा भूलना चाहिए हमको. Another 5 years, by 2030 you will find some new virus coming in.
So they are waiting for this thing to subside and then they'll come out with a shocker.
Yes. Yes, they'll come out with a shocker because a new virus has to be created, new vaccine or new medicine or new thing has to be given. Otherwise business कैसे हो? I mean, I may sound very, but that's the truth.
That's unfortunately the reality. Thanks, Arun, for sharing this. In closing, if I ask you just summarize this, what would you say?
First of all, like for example, I do gardening with my own hands. I am more near to nature, like walking barefoot. In my house, I don't wear slippers and all. I wear barefoot. पैर गंदे होते हैं, होने दो. I need that dirt. See, somewhere down the line, I'm absorbing the negative things also inside. So I'm not taking so much care. So what happens is, unless until you don't subject your body to pure nature, you will not get those the bacteria or those fighting things which will strengthen your good bacteria. So one of the things which I'll tell you is never be too finicky. Yes, you should be health conscious, obviously. That doesn't mean that you'd eat anything anywhere, but not be very finicky about it. Be close to nature. Take your that 5 जो है ना, this 5 tattvas is a must. You should take your sunshine. They're not elements, they're tattvas. They are basically what we are made up of. Number 1, sunshine. Make it a point to have sunshine every day. Second is pure clean air, not this AC air, because we are there for almost 8 hours to 10 hours. हम बैठते हैं घर में भी. Be there, air. Water, ठीक है? Earth element कैसे होगा? Walk barefoot, do some gardening activities with your hands. Don't get carried. मिट्टी है उससे, don't hate your mud because that is what we are born with. So we still say, अरे तू मिट्टी में गंदा हो गया ये. नहीं, ये सब दिमाग में डाल, मिट्टी गंदा नहीं होता है. So absorb all the 5 elements, and the 5th element is love. Have love, forget and forgive. If you practice this daily, I'll tell you 99.999% of the diseases you will never have. That 0.0001% is what you eat and how you eat. That also should be in limits. Samosa खाना खाओ, in limit खाओ. मैं ये नहीं बोलता हूँ. I eat my samosas. I don't refrain. I eat my pizzas. But I balance. You have to earn. Earn your food. When I say earn your food means balance it with lot of fruits, lot of vegetables, lot of sunshine, all these tattvas, so that you enjoy both the things. You enjoy the fast food, you enjoy all those things, but at the same time, you are acting on the basics. Could I communicate?
Yep.
Let not any of this garbage come that there is an autoimmune disease, ye hai, wo hai, nahi. again, you are programming yourself.
Got it. Right. Thank you very much, guys, whoever asked this question. I hope you got your answer about what is autoimmune disease. Basically, what Arun is saying is don't bother too much and don't get sucked into all these names and think a lot and then get scared about it. Be your natural self, and this point which you made last about being close to nature is really going to help us. So that's important. And of course, being in that positive state of mind is it's an absolute must. If you like this particular episode, do share with people, because when they hear that they are having some autoimmune disease, they get scared. So do share it with them. And if you have any specific questions, or you agree or disagree with anything that has been shared, do let us know. What I would also like to tell you is whatever we have been sharing in these last few episodes is based on science, based on logic, and based on experiences. It is for you to introspect what we have shared, test it out, and then draw your own conclusions. Because as I said, keep an open mind when you're watching. Don't dismiss it without testing it out, because a lot of these things what we have shared are myths or beliefs that you have been told all these years. I agree, it's not easy to break those beliefs, but you're getting an opportunity, you're getting exposed to these what we are sharing. Think about it, have an open mind, and then test it out. Okay, guys, don't miss the next couple of episodes. They are going to be absolutely mind-boggling episodes. You got some glimpses of what we are going to be covering, and that's going to be on what is the role of modern medicine in healing diseases. And the specific question that we are going to be answering in that is, are we depending on modern medicine in ways we shouldn't? Yeah, this is going to be the next couple of episodes we're going to be covering. Arun is absolutely passionate about this topic. You are going to enjoy the next few episodes. So if you have not subscribed, do subscribe so that you don't miss out those episodes. If you like this episode, do share with people who matter to you. Okay. So with that, thank you very much, Arun. The phobia phobia about autoimmune disease.
The pleasure is mine, and I just want to add one line, one hope to everyone. See, whatever I speak from my personal experiences and personal experiments.
Right.
It's not that I don't get high blood pressure, or I don't get, high sugar levels, or I don't have anxiety. I am facing all these because I am also living in this. But I have not taken any medicine in the last 15 years, and my family can vouch for it. You can ask my friend circle, my sisters, anyone. Okay, have you seen Arun taking medicine? You can ask my office. Has Arun taken leave in the last 8 to 10 years? Has he taken a sick leave, or he's not come to the office because he's sick? I'm not saying that I don't fall sick. What I'm saying is I get something, and within a couple of minutes and hours, it's back. Why? And I'm a common person. I'm not, some godly person or something. So the belief system which I want to try to tell you is, you don't have to depend on medicines to cure yourself. You have to only have confidence in your immune system, which is being given to you. Take charge of that immune system. I'll challenge you, you will overcome any disease. Any disease, I am telling you. If you have the will, no disease can affect you. You have to have the will to live. But that's it.
Great. And I'm feeling so good about it, about myself also. Hearing that. Yeah. I'm sure, guys, you would have felt the same. So thank you very much for watching. And as I said, don't forget to watch the next couple of episodes also. They are going to be really, really interesting, and they're going to break a lot of myths that all of us have been living in, and a lot of lies that we have been told. See you there in the next. Thank you, Arun.
Thank you so much.
See you in the next. Bye-bye.